Kings, I come to you on the heels of Balldo man's latest attempts to lie about his arrest, and a certain document that we may or may not be able to speak of. In case you missed the keynote and have yet to read about it from Cynthia's 15 alts, not only covering it, but interact with each other like they're different people. Allow me to help. To start, Nick once again regurgitated his "I can't talk about my trial, but watch as I talk about my trial" script. It's the same shit he said in his locals' hug box streams. But the general idea of what it entails is,
the gangster computer god has completely and utterly ruined my life. I've been rendered jobless and isolated in this lowly nigger town with my assassins awaiting me around every corner, indubitably prepared to deliver my sneak extermination. Do not trust anyone or listen to only me, Wes Kedeck, Esquire, as I alone hold the key to breaking free of the Frankenstein controls. Every day I gain knowledge of the Frankenstein slaves around me, along with how to avoid the deadly parroting puppet assassins sent by the gangster computer god. I can't even send my homemade appeal briefs without fear. A gangster A-log will intercept my parcel, upload for all to see, and return it, laced with deadly poison nerve gas smoke hidden within the pages. Not even my Mustang is safe from this. Even now, as I speak, my Mustang is being fitted with Frankenstein eyesight television playback in my dashboard to better monitor my words and movements, to better deploy the deadly Tabin and around corners. Projection of deadly touch. Tarantula spiders. Just wait until July 23rd when gangster A-logs and the hangman rope sneak deadly gangster Kandiyohi County sheriffs drag me in chains into prison and beat me bloodily. Have a prayer for me, your only hope for a future.
the number of people who are still taking him at his word on this is staggering. Anyone with 2 brain cells have read the arrest reports and the new report, and upon the release of the body cam will see any deflection he's employed shattered. His reliance on everything coming out and only proving the charges to be right even further is outright dumb. He also stated his public image means nothing, and anyone who believes the charges are real, or his friends who aren't siding with him, can just fuck off. A too long didn't read version of that would be...
Fuck you.
Elizabeth.
Heartfelt.
The Jannies were also out in full force, sweeping up anything that remotely resembled dissent and trolling. Numerous super chats got swept up, mine included, with a well-meaning question, but Anime Sucks, Cope, and Sneed once more graced their presence upon his stream. The sweeping is a far cry of the freeze peach-loving Nick of old who only wants backpats, Reddit gold, and wine moms in his locals again now. The last and most damning thing I'd normally talk about is a document released yesterday. It entails things that I very likely cannot directly talk about without legal ramifications at this time, but it is floating out there and is deemed a very real document. The details of it only makes the charges stick, and then some, and makes the possibility of a longer sentence even stronger. I'd recommend reading it entirely and not select snippets to understand the full spectrum, and if I'm able to actively speak about it, you better believe I'll be coming back to it. Before we allow Nick to fight these definitely fake claims that the government and gangster computer god have concocted, I will pose the question I attempted to pose to Nick on stream before the Jannies swept with a furious Cope. Nick, you talk about how your public image means nothing to you and you've never had to change this. This blatant lie aside, how will your change in public image give you custody of your children again?
Baldonatics. I finally returned to streaming proper just for the government to try and stop me from spreading my truth. Everyone is in on this one. From my so-called fucking friends for not believing the yarn I'm spinning to civil servants allegedly leaking documents about my case. Now, you all know I can't talk about any of this, but it did contain accusations that would ruin my chances at a Rumble contract. I mean, why else would Frey and Barnes be saying it's all a conspiracy and that I'm totally innocent? They've been playing hardball, and my totally staged arrest drove up my stocks. We have never been this back. And for God's sake, stop saying I read a script at the start of my streams. I know there were 2 instances of me saying the same things verbatim that I did in my 2 hotly anticipated local streams, but you're all just fucking stupid. Nicola Maxwell with a $10 donation asking if I'll pay her if she keeps up the Janny work in the chat. Sure, your check will reach you along with the locals 5K gift. Pepsi Man with a $5 donation saying message deleted. Guys, listen, this isn't like the old days where I would read and do any silly thing you sent me money to say. I've never been a free speech supporter. This has never been a channel that reads legal documents because I've never been a law channel. So please stop being delusional. Put the Balldo on and get a grip on reality. Ty Beard with a $50 donation saying that Pepsi Man made him relive how he cost Vic $300,000 for fucking up the notarization. And if he can get a toast to soothe his encroaching misery. You know what, Ty? You absolutely can. Art the Clown with a $2 donation saying Ethan Van Scriver banned him. Can I help him? I will toast to your misfortune, buddy. Ethan must be a government plant to silence you like they have with me. But that's all the time I have. I'll open the fan mail on stream during my omnibus hearing to maximize crossover views from my true fans and prude incel LawTube viewers. April and I have dinner plans, and we have to take an extremely erratic and complex route to evade Aaron's informants, who also report to the government. One last donation. Bernie Garson asks if this extremely erratic and complex route I'm going to be driving on will involve getting my kids back. You see, maybe, no. What about, oh yeah, fuck you. Heartfelt.